My ninjas and my ninjettes. This is Strident. I'm back with another vid. This time I'm giving you my thoughts on the G.I. Joe Retaliation trailer. I'm a couple weeks late, but whatever, better late than never. I have a lot of things going on right now, so I'm trying to squeeze in little things where I can. And I have a couple videos that I did in advance that you're going to be seeing up here right away. So anyway, jumping into it, G.I. Joe Retaliation. As you guys know, I'm a G.I. Joe fan. I was a fan as a kid. There was a pause. I finished college and all that stuff. Now I have kids and I'm getting back into G.I. Joe. And me and my son, we both are huge G.I. Joe fans. I didn't really like the first movie. I did like the tech and some of the designs, and I did like the representation of Ripcord in that movie because they took a character with no personality that never had screen time and made him an actual character who's challenging, Captain Badass himself, Snake Eyes, for, Scarlet's attention. And I thought that was cool because, we've already had the time where Snake Eyes and Scarlet were the item, Let's move on, because there's no way to tell me that a Mandingo can't, keep a beautiful ginger like that more occupied than a faceless, speechless ninja. I mean, ninja tricks can only go so far, So anyway, we're going into this G.I. Joe Retaliation trailer. Off the bat, you see we've got a new team of Joes. Apparently, though, this movie picks up where the last one left off, which in my opinion is awesome because usually movies, sequels to movies that weren't well received usually omit the previous movie as if nothing happened. But anyway, the last movie ended with Zartan murdering the President of the United States and then replacing him, impersonating him. The new one starts off the same way. At least that's what we get from the trailer. So the first act of this new president is, Zartan as president, is to frame the Joes. And then as a response to whatever crime the Joes committed, he has them eliminated with extreme prejudice. So you see it looked like a Apache flying off, or I could be wrong because, I'm not in the military. I just sometimes research this stuff. But it looked like an Apache, flew off, turned around, destroyed the base. A couple Joes are still alive, and a couple Joes are your stars. You've got Duke, you've got Lady J and Flint, you've got Roadblock. So those are the four Joes that you see that are, and Snake Eyes, I'm sorry, that are still alive from this attack. And they realize they're the only ones left. They head out, and now we're into G.I. Joe Renegades, essentially, which is a gimmick and a plot device for G.I. Joe that I'm kind of getting tired of because the Joes did other stuff. And as I've said in some of my reviews for the action figures, the Joes are the superheroic versions of their military counterpart, their normal real-world military counterparts. So G.I. Joes being renegades on a regular basis is kind of like, there's only so much superheroics you can do when you're fighting against your own government. You're trying not to kill these people. You know what I mean? So, anyway, we get to see a montage of cool things. These are the things I noticed. My boy Storm Shadow is still alive. I'm glad because, come on. You can't kill him off in that lame-ass way and then let Snake Eyes shine. I'm just not buying it. Sorry. Snake Eyes meets up with Jinx at, probably the temple where he trained before with Blind Master, Hard Master, Soft Master, and Blind Master. And Blind Master is there, and he's played by the RZA, which is awesome. We get a black kung fu master, or a black ninja master, I'm sorry, and or martial arts master, just keep it broad, which I think is awesome because, in the comics, everything was stereotypical because Snake Eyes learned martial arts from the Arashikage. There were multiple masters meeting, and they didn't say all those masters necessarily were 100% Arashikage. They could have been friends or, like a conglomerate of masters that share similar philosophies on martial arts. But anyway, we have the RZA as Blind Master, which might be cool, might be bad. The RZA does have a lisp. I'm just saying. But anyway, Elodie Young plays Jinx. She looks cool. She looks like she'll be able to do stuff. And if you've seen either what is it, District B13 or the Great Challenge, you know Elodie Yung can throw down, especially in a Great Challenge. She really throws down. So, you know, her part, she was well casted, put it like that, and her part looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Bad guys, like I said, Storm Shadow is back. Cobra Commander gets sprung, and he's sporting a cross between the dome-faced, you know, silver mask and the battle suit. At least that's what it looks like to me. The battle suit from the second half, you know, the 90s half of G.I. Joe, the animated series. It looks like a version of that because there's like armor pieces and there's a big jacket and I don't know, but it looks really cool. He looks pretty badass. Firefly is also in there. And this is kind of an area where I'm not so cool with because they've got Ray Stevenson playing him. And like, I love that dude in hero roles, but lately he's been a villain. Like ever since Punisher Warzone, he's been the villain, except for Kill the Irishman. And I think he does a better job as a hero than a villain. He's kind of generic to me as a villain, but whatever. That just means he'll make a decent Firefly, because that's a character who, once again, because he's a saboteur, he doesn't get a lot of limelight. So for them to make an actor like Stevenson play Firefly, that might be a good thing. Overall, I like this lineup. You see a couple different types of Vipers, and they look more like figures that we've all had. I don't know. Overall, that part looked cool. But anyway, so the Joes embark on a mission to expose Cobra, and they're looking for help. So they enlist Jinx, and at the end of the trailer, you see that they enlist the help of the original G.I. Joe himself, Joe Colton, played by Bruce Willis. He looks the part. There's not much more to say. I mean, Die Hard. That's all you need to know. He can do action. But an area that I have to talk about, because I was like, damn, is this 20 out of 10 right here that's playing Lady J. Adrienne Palicki. Everyone knows her because she almost was Wonder Woman in that horrible pilot that you know, was supposed to come out earlier in the year, and I'm glad it didn't go through. I mean, it might suck for her, but she probably got paid already, whatever, you know, they got bills to pay, whatever, but at least we get to see her in this. Now, at first glance, I was like, did they bring back Scarlet? But then, you know, you look a little bit closer and you see her hair is not exactly red, and it's another actress, and she's fine as hell. I said this when I saw her in Legion. I said it when I saw her in Friday Night Lights. I've said it on just about everything I've ever seen her on, which is only a few things. But in this movie, I was like, good God, she looks ridiculous in the best kind of way. I'm talking pure quality times 100. But that's besides the point. She's playing Lady J, and she bears no resemblance to Lady J in the sense that they made her a pretty girl. I mean, she looks like she could be tough because she's a good actress, and she does a good job being tough. The things I noticed off the bat in the trailer was that she actually is holding her gun the correct way. So props to you, Adrienne. I love the fact that you can do that. So she might be a hardcore Lady J, and that might be, you know, what we've all been wanting. I do wish they had cut her hair, because it's kind of lame that just because she's pretty, she's got to have long hair, all these extensions and shit. And it's like, this is the military. You pull that shit back in a ponytail, or you chop it short, and you get to business. That's it. You know what I mean? I know there's women with long hair in the military. I've got some friends. But I'm just saying, you know, to give us a better example of the fact that, or to get across the fact that she's a completely different person from Scarlet, just visually, they should have made her look a little bit closer to what we know Lady J to look like. But let's wait and see what the movie is like. As far as appearances, Snake Eye's appearance, did he really need a new costume? I mean, now he looks like the Black Ranger or something. I mean, he looks crazy. He's so armored up. I was like, damn, seriously? I thought the original one, except for the face, because I fucking hated that face. It was creepy. I thought, except for the face, the suit was perfect. I mean, it looked like the comics. Jinx, she looks the part. I mean, Elodie Yung is like half Asian, I think, and it works here because she's not half Asian and half something else that the Asian part doesn't come across. She looks super exotic, and it works. Gives Jinx more dimension, because before she was a generic Japanese American, you know, ninja. And she really didn't have that much to her, except for the fact that she didn't act like your traditional ninja. And I want to see if they make Jinx your generic ninja instead of giving her more personality. But you know, overall, this thing doesn't look horrible. It looks more hardcore. It looks like there might be a more grittier style of action for this movie, which is nice. The Rock playing Roadblock, it's freaking nice. I was like, oh, okay. And it looks like they put The Rock in a leadership position as Roadblock, which is strange because Roadblock usually is just your cover fire guy, you know? Heavy fire is what he does, him and Heavy Duty. But I think taking a cue from Heavy Duty in the first movie, they're making The Rock more of a character at the forefront. And I mean, it's The Rock. You don't use him in a movie, and you don't get him to be in your movie and put him in the background. You know what I mean? That's kind of not really cool. I mean, he can do that, but I think it's good that they put him in the forefront. And Snake Eyes also is a person who they put in the forefront. This plot is divided. It looks like the plot is divided equally amongst those two. Big surprise that Snake Eyes is stealing the limelight. As if no one else has an interesting fucking story, you know? But, you know, let's hope they spread things out properly to make the movie equally as interesting to everyone and not just to fans of Snake Eyes. You know, because you know Snake Eyes will have the best scenes because they're going to make him do superhuman things, even though he's a human that's trained to be a ninja, you know? I've seen in the trailer, they had Roadblock using a big-ass hog, you know, the big old 60 cal, which is what I've always wanted to see in live action, which looks good. It definitely looks better than Operation Red Retrieval, that fan film that I'm waiting to see. But, like, where are some of the other Joes? You know, I went on IMDb and I saw that characters like Mouse and Cross Country, Clutch, and what's his name? Tunnel Rat are in this movie. But, like, where's Beachhead? You mean to tell me that helicopter killed Beachhead? Like, so that's 2 movies, and we didn't even get a mention of Beachhead, but fucking Sergeant Stone got to be in a movie? Where's Shipwreck? That's one of my favorites right there. That's my brother's favorite character. But Beachhead's my favorite, and I want to see Beachhead in there. Beachhead is raw on steroids. Like, raw to the nth degree, because other Joes are afraid of this guy. You know? Where's, I don't know. There's like a handful of people I still want to see in the G.I. Joe universe, and I hope that, you know, they didn't just really kill off the original cast, because that would be lame. Joes are supposed to be the superheroic versions of the regular kind of thing, and they're supposed to be tough as fuck, like action movie tough, you know? They survive a exploding car because they're Joes, and that's all the explanation you need. So, I don't want to see that they killed off everybody. You know, you should be adding to the ranks, not detracting and subtracting from the ranks. So, I don't know. Time will tell. But overall, the trailer looks good. As far as trailers go, it does what it's supposed to do. It got me a little bit, it piqued my interest and got me interested, at least a little bit, in seeing what this movie is going to be like, you know? And my son is kind of like, it's weird because he said the same thing. Where are the original Joes? Because, you know, under different direction, I'm pretty sure those same actors would be fine. I mean, get rid of the Baroness, because she didn't, no. She needs to be Romanian, and she needs to, you know, have the accent. She needs to be, you know, more like what we know the Baroness to be. But, like, you know, Cobra Commander, you could get a different actor. It doesn't matter. But some of those other characters, they need to be there. Rachel Nichols, she's fine as hell. Train her a little bit more so she can fight harder and put her back in there. Or, you know, get her out of there and replace her with a stunt double for the fight scenes. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, only time will tell. But I'm going to go and at least I'm going to peek at this, because my brother has a wonderful way of finding these movies, and we'll peek at it. And if it's kind of good, then we might go and see it in the theater, and I'll take my son. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this trailer. Hit me up, you know, discuss in the comments below what you guys think, and I will talk to you later. Got more reviews and more vids on the way. All right, people. Peace.